Hi guys, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I'd like to review for you a movie I just watched, a new comedy called Daddy's Home, starring Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. Can they return to the magic they found in The Other Guys? Now, I would love for you guys to just leave a comment right now with your thoughts on this movie before I get into mine. Also, I know a lot of people really like The Other Guys, but I didn't get it. Wasn't a big fan of that movie. So this one, as I said, has the re-teaming up of Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell in a supposed comedy. This movie is rated PG-13 and has a super short runtime of 1 hour and 36 minutes. So in this movie, as the cover shows, dad versus stepdad, Mark Wahlberg being the biological father and Will Ferrell being the stepfather, who has now married Mark Wahlberg's ex-wife and is trying to raise their children as his own. Now, Will Ferrell's kind of a nice guy. He's kind of works at a radio station and he's kind of well off. I don't know if that's a true thing. Working at a radio station makes you a lot of money. And so maybe I should do that. I don't know. So, he's kind of supporting them, and he's not able to have his own children, and he really wanted to be a father. So he's really just like diving headfirst into this whole stepfatherhood and trying to get these kids to come around. And, of course, the ultimate end goal is them seeing him as their father. Now, Mark Wahlberg gets a whiff of this and he doesn't want any of it. So he flies out to visit his kids, supposedly, and so he comes up, and he's better looking, better shape, more muscular, more attitude, rides a motorcycle, kind of a badass, like handyman, all like this manly man stuff that just Will Ferrell isn't. And he begins to manipulate everybody. Will Ferrell, the kids, the handyman, Will Ferrell's boss, who's actually played by Thomas Hayden Church. Haven't seen him in a while. And Will Ferrell's kind of falling for it. Well, little does he know, Mark Wahlberg intends to steal his family back. And once he figures this out, it creates a battle of sorts of one-upsmanship where hilarity is sure to ensue, supposedly. So, I really did not find this movie funny. Like, there may be a couple things where I was like, like that. There's one part, that I thought was actually pretty good. Where Will Ferrell gets drunk, and of course drunk people are always funny, so it's not hard to make a funny scene with drunk people. The only other thing I really thought was funny was the CGI. Yes, this movie, a comedy with dad versus stepdad, for some reason felt it needed to use CGI. Now you might say, well, why would there even be CGI in this movie? Well, how else are you going to get Mark Wahlberg on a half pipe on a skateboard? You just get somebody else, and then you digitally put his face over theirs, and it totally looks fake. And nobody would ever, even for a second, believe it was anything like Mark Wahlberg. Like, why? Why do you put this in your movie if it looks so bad? Why? It was totally unnecessary, and it wasn't funny, and it sets up another gag where Will Ferrell jumps off the roof of a house on a skateboard onto the half pipe, and then flies up in the air. I don't know how far it was, but hits the electrical wires. And I'm like, what? I mean, why are they doing these things so far beyond the realm of possibility? It just seems off and wrong and misplaced in this movie. So the story was okay. Of course, it has, your good guy, your bad guy, and everybody's got to learn their lesson. You can't have a movie where they don't learn their lesson. You can't have where Mark Wahlberg's an asshole and he just never figures it out any better. No, in the end, he has to learn his lesson. And the twist at the end is a little funny. I talked to some other people, and they thought this movie was funny, and they liked the twist ending, and so forth, you know, but I didn't think this movie was funny. I don't think Mark Wahlberg's funny. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, he has his place in movies, but I don't think it's comedy, you know. Nothing against him, but I don't think he's very funny. And, you know, I used to always say Will Ferrell was 50-50, you know. Half his movies were funny, and the other half were just like, what? Why? This movie really has me feeling like he's moved down to 75-25, you know. It just mostly misses, and I'm sorry if you guys like this movie. That's really my feelings. The story, however, is solid. You know, it's an okay story, and I thought the movie was decent overall. I just would not even classify this movie as a comedy. It's more of a drama, I think, because, like, the jokes are just stupid. Like, it's not even anything you're gonna laugh at. But the story was okay. I think you guys should check this out. Maybe rent it, you know, something. I don't know if you guys want to go out and buy this. It's good for a watch, but it's not something that I think you'll ever even want to watch again. But for a score on this, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. So it was okay, but it doesn't ever do anything to go above average. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys next time. If you're interested, be sure to subscribe on YouTube, follow on Facebook, follow on Twitter, and follow on Instagram.